it creates a little bit of smoke as well. And if the wind blows, Deepak શું થાય? થઈ જાય. But when you compare Bhagwan Adinath with the Deepak, poet Mantum Suri says, Nirdhum, there is no smoke. Dhumaro nathi. આ દીપક એવો છે, it's a different kind of Deepak. Bhagwan Adinath is a Deepak, a દીવો છે. Nirdhum, there is no smoke. Avarti, there is no wick. Apavarjita teila puraha. You do not have to put any oil or ghee in it. Krishnam jagatre vidam prakati karoshi. And when you just light that Deepak, suddenly the whole world, the whole universe, you will see the light in the whole universe. It lights up the whole universe. Gamyo na jatu marutam chalita chalana. And this Deepak cannot be extinguished by fiercest winds. कोई पण wind and effect ना कर सके. दीपोपस्थम नाथ जगत प्रकाशक. And O Lord Adinath, you are that beautiful and divine Deepak. So it's a very beautiful comparison. You can see, O Lord, you are an all-enlightening divine lamp that needs neither a wick nor oil and is smokeless, yet enlightens three realms, even the storm that moves the unmovable like mountains. That storm does not affect it. You are the divine lamp, the light of the world. And there is another verse next to it, another comparison, very beautiful comparison with the sun. Even, of course, after Deepak, Mantungacarya compares Bhagwan Adinath with the sun. Nastam kadachit upayasi. Sun to set, you will see sunset, yeah? This sun never sets. Na Rahu Gamya. Rahu, in an ancient Indian belief, according to Indian calendars and Panchams, you know, eclipse of the sun happened when the comet Rahu comes near the sun and swallows it for few minutes or few hours. That's how the eclipse happens, as per our old Jain and Hindu belief. But this sun cannot be swallowed by Rahu, so there is no eclipse. Spasti karosi sahasa adgapat jaganti. And within a moment, you light up the whole universe. Nambho darodhar. The clouds cannot hide it. Clouds cannot cover the sunshine, you know. Niruddha Mahaprabhava, Suryatisaya Mahimasi Munindra Loke. O Munindra, O Adinath Bhagwan. Suryatisaya, you are even the brighter, most beautiful and most enlightening than the sun itself. Let's see the translation here. O Lord of the ascetics, because it says Munindra. Munindra means Lord of the ascetics. Your glory is greater than that of the sun, because while neither of you ever said, you are not engulfed by the planet Rahu, nor is your brightness of omniscience hindered by any eclipse. Moreover, you brighten the whole world all of a sudden in a flash, and your glorious radiance is not obstructed by clouds. After comparing Adinath Bhagwan with the sun and the moon and Deepak and everything, the poet is saying completely different thing. Kim Sarvaresu Shashina. Sarvari means night, and Shashi means moon. Kim Sarvaresu Shashina. We do not require moon at night. Only Vivaswadava, and during daytime we do not require sun. Why? Yusmanmukhesu Dalitesu Tamasu Natha. Because you are capable of removing all the darkness. Nispanna Salini Manasalini Jiva Loke Karitya Jal Dhare Jal Bhagavate. Dangar, no pak thai jai. When rice grows, you know, rice needs a lot of water for growing and sunshine. But after you have that growth, after you can collect the rice, do you need lot of rain? No. Do you need lot of sun? No. So that is what the poet is saying, that no. Once you are there, we do not need moon and sun. It's just a beautiful comparison. Let's see. O Lord of the universe, where is the need of the sun during the day and the moon during the night, when your ever radiant face sweeps away the darkness of the world? Indeed, once the crop of rice is ripe, what is the need of the thundering rain clouds? We do not need rain clouds. So that's again a beautiful comparison. There are some very beautiful slokas, verses, you know, but I'm going to ignore some of them because I want to spend more time on Pratihaya and the meditational aspect of these things here. Part 2. Part 2 is in this one. Right. Verse number 25. It's believed that Mantungaracharya was a Hindu scholar before he became a Jain monk. That is why perhaps this is why he has written this sloka. Buddhastvameva vibudharchita buddhi bodhat. He is comparing it with him. Buddha. Lord Buddha. First let us see how many names are there. Buddha. Tvam Sankarosi Bhuvanatra Sankaratvat. You are Lord Shankar, Lord Shiva as well. Dhatasi, you are Brahma. Shiva Marga Vidhe Vidhana. Vyaktam Tvameva Bhagavan Purushottam Vasi. Purushottam is Vishnu or Krishna. So he has given the names of 4 gods. One god of the Buddhist religion, Buddha. Then second one in the second line is a Shankara in a Hindu religion. Then third line, Dhata, is Brahma, the creator. And in the fourth line, Purushottama. Purushottama is a Vishnu or a Krishna or Rama, because Krishna and Rama are the incarnations of Vishnu. So in this line, he has mentioned 4 gods. The wise ones have worshipped you, therefore you alone are the wisest one. Wise one is Buddha. Because Buddha means the wise one. So indirectly he has given 2 things, the wise one and Lord Buddha. You are Shankara because you are the benefactor of 3 words. The other meaning of Shankara is benefactor. So you are Shankara because you are benefactor. Then you have laid down the auspicious path, therefore you are the creator. You are Brahma, and you are considered the best among men. The best among the men, Purushottama. Purush means man and Uttam means best. Purushottam, you are best among men. So again, Purushottam means Vishnu. So each and every word, Vishnu, Brahma, Shankar, Buddha, have got two meanings. This can be maybe music. Right, let us sing this one. Tubhyam namah Tribhuvanatiharayanath. Tubhyam namah Shikitalamalabhushanaya. Tubhyam namah Sri Jagata Parameshwaraya. Tubhyam namo Jinavabodhati. This is a very famous verse, and often people sing this verse in temple. You know, immediately after Aarti and Mangadevo, sometimes just standing in front of an idol and singing this verse. So this itself has been remembered by hundreds and thousands of people, and it's very beautiful. Tubhyam namaha. Tubhyam means to you or you. Tubhyam namaha Tribhuvanarti Bhrayanatha. There are 3 or 4 adjectives of our Lord. Who you are? Let's see. O Lord, my namaskar to you. Tubhyam namaha means I bow down to you. Because you destroy the miseries of 3 words. Tribhuvan Arti Bhrayanatha. 3 words to misery. Tubhyam namaha Kshiti Talamal Bhushanaya. My namaskar to you as you are the jewel on the surface of the earth. Tubhyam namaha Tri Jagataha Parameshwaraya. I bow down to you because you are the Parameshwar, you are the God of 3 worlds. And Tubhyam namo Jina Vavodati Shoshanaya. And my namaskar to you as you make the ocean of mundane existence completely dry, because you can free us from the cycle of transmigration, cycle of birth and death. So it's a beautiful verse, and I would advise you to try and learn by heart if you can. Right. Now, I'm going to change the subject within Bhaktama Stotra, of course, completely. And this is something different, and I would like to explain this in a different manner. We all believe in karma, in birth and rebirth, and we also believe that in our next life we'll be born somewhere, isn't it? Maybe human being, maybe deva, maybe in a lower existence, God forbid. But we do believe in incarnation, in the cycle of birth and death. With the same token, I can say that in our past life, we were somewhere, isn't it? This may be an accident that we are all here in this room at this time. But in our past life, we were somewhere, maybe somebody in Africa, in India, America, Mexico, we don't know. And what about the other past life? The one before the past life I am talking about. And even the one before, going back to say 40 or 50 births or 60 births, where we were. But imagine for a second that we were in the state of Bihar in India. Just imagine. Just sit down and for a while and imagine that we were there. We were there in the assembly of Tirthankar Mahavir Swami. And this is the assembly. You were there, I was there. Can you imagine? And where we were? See, there is a Sambhavasran, 3 circular wall. In the first enclosure, there are chariots and other vehicles. The first wall is made of silver. The second is made of gold. And the third one for ratnas, different kind of gems. So in the first enclosures, going from the bottom, all chariots are there. In the second enclosure, you can see animals. Animals have come to listen to Tirthankara. And in the third enclosures, are the human beings are there. They have come to listen to Lord Mahavir or even Lord Abhinath or whoever the Tirthankara was during that time. So, just imagine that we were there. We are so lucky. You were there, I was there, everybody was there. And what did we see? What did we see? That's very important. Can you imagine what did we see? We saw Lord Mahavir, Tirthankar Bhagwan, seated in the middle on a beautiful throne. And there was a nice tree, Ashoka tree was there. He was sitting under the tree. And he was giving a sermon. You can see in the second picture, he's sitting on the throne, giving a sermon. There is a Ashoka tree. You can see few leaves there. On his head, there are few canopies, yeah, chhatra. And around his head, you can see, hello, Abhamanda, yeah, in the second picture. And some devas are standing both sides, doing chamar, holding chamar. And some other devas are playing different kinds of instruments, musical instruments. You can also see that some beautiful flowers are falling from the sky. Very fragrant, very beautiful, small ones. And Bhagwan Mahavir Swami Tirthankar is just speaking, is giving a sermon, and everyone understands, and everyone finds an answer to his own question. No matter what is your question, but you will find an answer from what he says. So just imagine. So I have described 8 things here. Ashok, Vraksha, the tree. Sinhasan is the throne. Then Chamar, the deva is using this. Then Halo, Chhatra, that is canopy, triple canopy. What else? Devas playing the musical instrument. Flowers falling from the sky with little bit drizzle, and that increases the beauty and the smell of the flowers. And what else? There are 8 things. And of course, Bhagwan's speech itself. So there are 8 things. And we can imagine from here. So the Acharya Mantung Suri has described these 8 things very beautifully. And these 8 are called Ashta Pratiharya, 8 divine happenings or guardians, or it's difficult to translate what Pratiharya means. I would say 8 attributes, 8 happenings, or 8 things which devas have created. These 8 things are happening. And he describes one after the other. He describes a tree, how the tree looks like. He describes the throne, the chamar, the chhatra, the yellow, everything. So that is what we are going to explore. By the way, this is a temple in Palitana. You might have seen it. When you start climbing the mountain, on the right hand side, there's a beautiful temple. It's comparatively a new one. It's a replica, like it's a model of Samvasarana. This is called some, you can see 3 different circular enclosures, you know. Of course, it's not silver and gold, but that gives an idea of Samvasarana.
We have one in Oswal Center.
In Oswal Center, and in every temple you will see Triguru.
Yes.
Isn't it? The Triguru has got 3 circular things, and on top of it you place Bhagwan Santinath or other Tirthankar and do puja. You will see in Oswal Center, you will see Kentandera Sarayani, like the Triguru, silvery thing, right? Yeah. That is also Samvasarana. So the first one is the tree, Ashoka tree. Uchchair Ashoka Taru Sansritam Mayukha Bhati Rupa Mamalam Bhavato Nitantam Spashtola Kiranamasta Tamo Vitanam Bimbam Ravi Riva Payodhara Parasavati. The first Pratyaharya, first felicitation is the Ashoka tree. O Tirthankara, sitting under the Ashoka tree, the aura of your scintillating body radiating, you look as divinely splendid as the orb of the sun amidst dense clouds, piercing the growing darkness with its rays. Actually, every Tirthankar, when he gives a sermon, is sitting under the Ashoka tree. Yeah. Of course, in case of every Tirthankar, you know, whenever he attains Keval Gnana, that tree is different. Tirthankar usually attains Keval Gnana under tree, but that tree is different, not always Ashoka tree. But in Samvasarana, there is always Ashoka tree. Ashoka trees are still there in India. I'm not sure what the English name of that tree is. No, yeah. Lord Buddha also attained Keval Gnana Bodhi under the, we call it Bodhi tree now, under the Bodhi tree. And that particular tree is still there in the town of Bodhi Gaya. You might have seen it, maybe you have seen it. That tree is still there, where Lord Buddha attained Keval Gnana is still there. It is said that the tree was destroyed and it was replanted. Because what happened 400 or 500 years after Buddha's death, some jealous Hindu kings destroyed the tree. But fortunately, what had happened, that some of the branches were taken to Sri Lanka long time before the destruction. And the tree grew there in Sri Lanka. And when this tree was destroyed in Bodhi Gaya, they brought it from Sri Lanka and replanted here. Yeah, so the tree, we can say it's an original tree, but it has been planted at the original place where Lord Buddha was sitting and got the Gnana. He became Buddha. But it's a beautiful place. If you go to Bodhi Gaya, you can see here. You look as divine. Yes, you look as divinely splendid as the orb of the sun amidst dense clouds, piercing the growing darkness with its rays. Oh, I'm doing wrong way, that's why. This is the first divine attribute, an Ashoka tree. There always is a tree where the Tirthankara is seated for his sermon. The name of the tree is Ashoka. In Sanskrit, Ashoka also means no misery or no sadness, because Shoka means dukh, sadness, misery, and Ashoka means gives the negativity like ahimsa, non-violence. Ashoka denotes no misery, no sadness. The height of the tree is usually 12 times the height of the Tirthankara. The first Tirthankara, Rishabdev, was the tallest, so the tree in his case is also the tallest one. According to the Samvayan Sutra, another tree is seen on top of the Ashoka tree. Right. The second thing after the Ashoka tree, what we saw on that picture, Tirthankara is seated on throne, Sinhasan. So how does that Sinhasan look like? Sinhasan. Literally it's very beautiful, studded with gemstones, right? Sinhasane mani mayukha sikha vichitre vibrajate tava vapuhu kanakavadatam. O Tirthankara, sitting on throne with multicolored hue of gems, your bright golden body looks resplendent. ભગવાનનું જે બોડી છે, શરીર છે, એ સિંહાસન કરતા પણ બ્યુટીફુલ છે, મોર બ્રાઇટ છે. Of course, the Sinhasan has got the gems, diamonds and everything studded on it, but Tirthankara looks more bright, beautiful and more divine and attractive, like the rising sun on the peak of the eastern mountain Meru, radiating golden rays under the canopy of the blue sky. The Tirthankara looks like a rising sun on the peak of the eastern mountain. The mountain is the throne itself, Sinhasan, and the Tirthankara is rising sun over the mountain. That's how Tirthankara looks like. Imagine this thing, how he has developed this imagination here. So Sinhasan is like a mountain, Meru, and Tirthankara is like the sun. Now, the third thing was chamar. Either side of the Lord, the devas are doing slowly fanning the beast, chamar. દેરાસરમાં ચામર તમે જોયા હશે, ચામર હોય છે ને, એવા ચામર આપણે ભગવાનને કહીએ છીએ ને. Or in Aarti time people do like this here. So how they are doing it? Either side of the Tirthankara, they was slowly and gently doing the chamar. And how does it look like? Can you imagine how would you describe this? How would you describe, how does it look like? The poet says that it looks like a spring flowing from a mountain. Why is saying that? Because the chamars are white. And when you imagine a spring on top of a mountain, a little spring coming from mountain, it has got froth and it looks white and it's coming down slowly, isn't it? On either side of the mountain, water's flowing down. So this chamar, when it goes up and down like that, poet says, to me it looks like a spring flowing either side of the mountain, because it's so white and beautiful. See the translation. Oh Lord, when the whisk Charmers, which are as white as the flowers of kunda, are gently fanned either side of your handsome and golden body. Your body looks like the Meru mountain, from the peaks of which flows the streams of pure water, white and glittering as the rising sun. Power of imagination is so great with this poet, Mantungacharya, that once he describes Tirthankar Bhagwan, he describes it so beautifully. The snow white strands of loose fibers swinging on both sides of your golden body appear like streams of water, pure and glittering as the rising sun or moon, flowing down the sides of the peak of the golden mountain. You can see this picture. The Devas doing the charmer, and it looks like this. That's why both pictures are. That's what is happening there. That's how it looks like. Now about the chhatra, canopy. There are usually 3 chhatra, small one, slightly bigger, and the bigger. 3 chhatras are there. So again, how would you describe those chhatra? How would you describe? Yeah, they're usually there on. If you go to a temple, you will see chhatra on Bhagwan's there. And what about our imagination? How far we can take our imagination? Right. What Mantungacharya says, Chhatra Trayam Tvavibhati Shashankakantam Mujje Sthagita Bhanukara Pratapam Mukta Prakara Jala Vibhrutta Shobham Prakhyapaitrija Parameshwaratvam. It's beautiful meaning. The 3 canopies, chhatra, adorn the space over your head. These canopies are like a white, glowing moon that has prevented the heat of the rays of the sun. First thing, what is happening? The heat of the sun is not coming because the chhatra is preventing the heat of the sun. The second thing, the beauty of these canopies is greatly increased by the swinging pearls. This is nice because every chhatra has got little pearls swinging from it. So pearls keva lage chhe? The pearls are singing the glory of a Tirthankar. જ્યારે વિન્ડ બ્લો થાય ત્યારે પલ્સ પેલા આમ થાય ને હલે લાઈક એ ટિંકલિંગ લિટલ બેલ્સ એમ થાય. પણ એ બેલમાંથી શું સાઉન્ડ આવે છે? What the bells are saying? That here, who rules here? Trijagata Parameshwara. The one who is the master of the 3 worlds is here and he rules. That is what the little bells are saying. That is what the little bells are singing. Proclaim your supremacy over the 3 worlds. A 3-tier canopy adorns the space over your head, shielding from the scorching. You can see the picture here, sun rays. Indeed, this 3-tier canopy symbolizes that you are paramount over the 3 realms. So, that's the one. So, how many we have got so far? Ashoka tree, throne, chamar, and chhatra. Right. In a Shvetambar version, only 4 are given. And in the Digambar version of Bhaktama Stotra, all 8 are given. And that is why in Shvetambar version, you will see 44 and Digambar version 48. But our scripture says that there are 8 Mahapratyaharya, 8 attributes, 8 felicitations, 8 divine happenings, 8 things are there. So what about the remaining 4? We know what they are, isn't it? The remaining 4 is hello, the musical instruments, flowers falling from sky, and Tirthankar's own speech. These remaining 4. So we must learn something about that as well, because otherwise our journey won't be complete, isn't it? Yeah. Because whatever we have seen, we got to learn. We have seen it all 8, isn't it? 50 births ago, 60 births ago. The 5th one is Dundubhi. Dundubhi is a musical instrument, a wind instruments, what devas are playing. You will hear in many kathas and other things. Have you gone to Morari Bapu's katha? Have you heard any kathas? Yeah? When Morari Bapu speaks, and there are people on the stage playing music, isn't it? Yeah? They're playing the harmonium and tabla as well. Not very loudly, but very nicely, and it goes with the speech. So here also, devas are playing this musical instrument, Dundubhi, which goes with the speech of Tirthankar. So, and this musical instrument is called Dundubhi. We saw the picture. Gambhir Tara Purita Dik Vibhaga Trailokya Loka Sukha Sangama Bhuti Daksha Sadharma Raja He Goshakasan Khe Dundubhir Gandhi Te Yasasaha Pravadi. 5th felicitation is the divine voice of Dundubhi. And how it is described? The deep, resonant drum which fills space in all directions as if felicitating your serene presence and giving a call to all the beings of the 3 realms. Again, as if these instruments are calling everyone that please come over here and listen to Tirthankar's discourse, because here is the one, here is the master of 3 words, here is Tirthankar. And what they are saying, come and join the pious path shown by Tirthankar. All space is reverberating with this announcement of victory of the true religion. So devas are playing this instrument, and that is the divine voice of Dundubhi. The gods are beating the drums. You can see on the top. They're playing different instruments. Then we can see the flowers, beautiful flowers falling from the sky. We can imagine, sitting there, little drizzle coming, and flowers, all sorts of flowers falling from the sky. And you feel the beautiful fragrance. These are the names of some of the flowers. Mandar, we don't know what sort of flowers they were. Sundar, Nameru, Suparijata, Santanaka, Adi, etc. આ બધા ફ્લાવર્સ છે આકાશમાંથી પડતા હતા. કુસુમોત્કર વૃષ્ટિ રુદ્ધા ગંધોદ્બિંદુ શુભ મંદ મરુત પ્રપાતા દિવ્યા દિવહ પતતિ તે વચસમ તપૂર્વા. Right. These flowers are gently falling from the sky. Similarly, when you speak, O Lord, it looks like that your words are gently coming from the sky. And they are so beautiful, and I can feel the fragrance in your words. That is how this is described. Right. This one is about the hello. એને શું કહેવાય ગુજરાતીમાં આપણે આભા મંડળ પણ કહીએ છીએ અને generally in all religion, you will see hello even behind Jesus Christ. When you see Jesus Christ's picture, you will see that white circle, isn't it? It denotes that he is a divine person. So this is about Abha Mandal. Sumbat Prabha Valaya Guri Vivas Vibhoste Lokatre Dhutimatam Dhutimakshipandi Protyat Divakara Nirantara Bhuri Sankhya Tya Jeti Vinshamapi Somya. O Tirthankara, the splendorous halo around you is more brilliant than any other luminous object in the universe. The halo itself is very bright and it is more luminous than any other object, more brilliant than any other luminous object in the universe. It dispels darkness of the night and is more dazzling than many suns put together, but still it is as cool and soothing as the bright full moon. That was the 7th felicitations, the hello or Bhamanda. You can see Bhamanda around Tirthankar, very bright and white. And the 8th one now, 8th and the last one, 8th felicitation, Atmu Pratiharya. Usually there are 8. And which is the 8th one? The speech itself. Lord's speech કેવી હોય છે? એક divine speech છે અને આપણને બધાને સમજાય. તમને પ્રશ્ન થશે, you might think that how is it possible that કારણ કે બધાના લેવલ જુદા જુદા હોય. Some people may not understand it, or difficult language. Some people may understand it. So બધાને કેવી રીતે સમજાય? How come it is possible? And how come everyone will find answer to his questions and his difficulties, his problems? How is it possible? Is it possible? એ કેવી રીતે થાય? Yes, it is possible. કારણ કે તમારા મનમાં જે ક્વેશ્ચન હોય એ ટાઈમે એ જે ભગવાન બોલે એનું તમારું ઇન્ટરપ્રિટેશન ઓન ઇન્ટરપ્રિટેશન હોય અને તમે સપોઝ કે તમે ઘરે આજે કંઈક something happened in your house today, you will find the answer. Something happened in your office or in your school, college or wherever, something quite different, but you will still find an answer. Because when you think about it, you will think about it more and more and more, and then you will realize that Tirthankara said that. Last week, last Saturday, we had a girl from America, Nisha Kapashi. She spoke for 45 minutes or about an hour or so. Many of you were there. And everyone told me that she spoke so nicely, so naturally, and we liked her very much. Even one of the gentlemen who phoned me today said that I never heard a speech like that. And I know he goes to various lectures all the time. But the way he understood and he took it, he found answers. And he realized that whatever we are doing, our pursuit behind the material wealth, behind the material gains is so futile. Because the girl was born in New York, who worked in a high-profile job, who has got her own flat in Manhattan, coming from a very wealthy family, suddenly decides to give up everything and take Diksha in India in January 17th or 18th. It's something quite unique, and for us it's very difficult, and sometimes we do not even understand that how come she has taken this decision. She has got everything, very, not just modern life, but it's very comfortable very luxurious lives they can have in New York. Because in India they have got a factory which makes coaches, bus, body બનાવે છે. So they got a very big business in India. And because of our invitation, they decided to come here just for a day. And they went back to New York again. They just came for 4 days, and I mean for 24 hours. 4 of them came. So this is something. The speech. She heard the speech of her guru in a Ramsuri Sampradaya, and she realized that our body is one thing, our soul is different, and we are pure soul. So this is the last one. Swarga Pavarga Marga Vibhaga Ishta Sattharma Tattva Aneka Patustriloke Divya Dhvani Bhavati. Divya Dhvani, the divine sound. Te Vishadartha Sarva. Vishada Artha. Vishada means very wide and very different meaning. Whenever Tirthankar speaks in front of you, you derive your own meaning, and you also understand, and you also find answer to your questions. That's why some of our scriptures, when you read first time, you will understand in a certain way. When you read it second time, you will understand in a completely different way. And when you read it third time, fourth time, fifth time, you will find answers to a lot of your questions, isn't it? Because you can interpret these things in your own way. O Tirthankara, your divine voice is potent enough to show the path of liberation to all beings. It has the clarity to reveal the mystery of matter and its transformation. Profound but candid. It has the astounding capacity of transforming into the language understood by each being of the world. And it is said that in Samavasarana, not only human beings, but even animals and birds could understand what Tirthankara was saying. Right, the last one for today. This is about lotus. It is said in Jain religion and in Buddhist religion that Tirthankara walks on a specially made, specially formed lotus flowers. They are not really small flowers, but they are big lotuses. Talking about Bodh Gaya again. Who has gone to Bodh Gaya? Bhagwan Buddha's place here. Did you see 9 lotuses there? Do you remember? Yeah, they are there. Very big ones in one line. Yeah. See, very near to that Bodhi tree I was talking about. There are 9 lotuses made of course, stone. And it is said that Lord Buddha used to walk, used to step on each lotus, and that's how he used to walk. The same thing about Bhagavan Mahavira and our Tirthankara. And in this verse it says that Deva Padau Padani Tatyat Jinendra Ratta Padmani Tav Vibhudaha Parikalpanti. Padmani means lotus, Vibhudaha means Deva, Parikalpayanti એટલે બનાવે છે, મૂકી દે છે. Wherever you put your feet, the gods, Vibhuda, create divine golden lotuses. That's what is our last for today. Yes, I hope you have enjoyed what you saw these 8 felicitations, what they are. Any question or anything you want to ask? And then next week we'll finish all verses and explain a little bit about the mantras, the yantras, and other things associated with Vartama Stotra. Any questions on what I said or anything more you would like to know? Please say.
Yeah, Vinodbhai, in Bhaktama there are certain verses which are also very powerful for people suffering from illnesses, in the sense that if you recite them, they act like a protective shield to ward away illnesses. Is that true?
Actually, all 44 or 48 verses are very beautiful, very divine, and they have got magical powers. And there is one yantra for each of the verses. So you got 48 yantras. Yantras have got mantra as well. So it is said that if you recite this mantra, if you worship this yantra, and yantra is a diagram, and continuously chant the mantras associated with it, you get certain benefits or your ailments are cured and all things like that. Or Goddess Chakreswari appears in person and grants you certain boons. But these are, of course, different stories in Vartama Stotras. Okay. So, is the time to, that's the time, right time, is it? Thank you. Okay.